Next up on the 2025 CVC Fall Sports Media Day Tour is the Perry Pirates football team. We've got head coach Bob Gueswich along with a couple of players with one more due to arrive. But coach, why don't you start out? Just give us a quick preview. What can we expect out of the Pirates in 2025?
Yeah, it's kind of a transition year for us. We don't return much, but we have a lot of guys that got a lot of experience in second half of games the past 2 years. And what I'm excited for is to see who competes and who, tries to live up to our standard of getting better every day. TJ wanted to sell some tickets, so he loaded up our schedule. But it'll be a fun season. It always is. Football is a unique sport, and I'm just excited to watch our guys compete.
And it sounds like you're the big news over the summer and into training camp was the two-headed monster at quarterback, and it sounds like you made the decision to use them both this season.
Yeah, throughout the summer and the preseason, they didn't really separate themselves. They both did what we asked them to do. I would feel comfortable with either of them as varsity starters. And the way that I look at it is, if we had two running backs and we were bent on being a single back team, we would rotate them and we would play two. So we're going to do the same thing at quarterback. And something that we were just talking about, what that kind of opens up to now is we've created two more guys that can help out on defense and special teams. You usually try to limit your quarterback in those situations, but since we have two, we've become a little bit deeper in some places, and for a small school, that's really important.
Another position, the other side of the ball, defense, is a little bit young. I think, Trent, you're only returning starter there. How much growth have you seen out of that unit in the preseason?
A lot. Coach Nitzwicki does an amazing job defensively, and all of our position coaches over there do a really good job. So Trent and we have a returning linebacker. He's a little banged up right now. Hopkins, he'll be back, but Brody Petroselli played safety. So, you got 2.5 kids there. So the rest of them, new guys. But like I said, we've been very fortunate the past couple of years to get guys in games and get them some varsity experience. And I'm fortunate to have a staff that understands development, in which, we put the young guys in second halves, and if they give up a touchdown or two, they're still coaching them and they're not screaming, "We got to put the ones back in," or anything like that. So those guys have gotten some experience, but there's nothing like being the guy and going out and playing on Friday night. So this Friday will be really exciting.
Absolutely. All right, Coach, I'll come back to you after I talk to the guys. Let's start with your left, right to your left there. For the folks at home, introduce yourself, name, grade, and what positions you're going to play this year.
I'm Brady Stevenson. I'm a senior this year, and I'll be playing right tackle and some DN this year.
All right, Brady, coming in. How different is this squad compared to last? There's a lot of new faces in the lineup, but I imagine the culture keeps things pretty similar.
Yeah, there's a lot of new faces, but like Coach said, there's a lot of people that played that second half, and they had really good people in front of them, so that really helped them. I think it might be a little bit different at the start with just being in a varsity setting, that people don't really know that. So I think it'll be good though. In the end, we'll have people that know what they're doing and how to do it.
Tough end of last season with an overtime loss to Glenville in a regional championship game. How much did that motivate you and your teammates just to come back into this season hungrier than ever?
I think it motivated us very well, because after that, everybody was really mad. They didn't really want to lose like that. It was cold, it was rainy, and nobody wanted to leave that night on a loss. And I think that motivated us in the weight room a ton, with just working hard, lifting every day that we could, and all summer pushed us to that extent that we didn't want to lose like that again.
Looking at the offensive line, you're going to be a part of that. Who are the other guys on the line, and how's that unit coming together?
My name? Tony. We got our centers coming back and our right guard. Our left side of the line at tackle and guard are new, semi-new. We have a junior at left tackle and a senior at guard, or left guard. But
Yeah, so we'll go Nick Gustin at left tackle, Sean Budziak and Tegan Jacobson at left guard, Antonio Spertone at center, who's played for, this will be his third year. Even though I like to remind him that it'd be nice if he played like that every day. And Connor DeStolfo, right guard, who started for us last year as well, and then Brady at right tackle.
so I think it'll be.
When you look, oh, go ahead.
I think it'll be very helpful because me, Sean, Tegan, and Nick, we had really good tackles and guards ahead of us to show us what to do and what not to do. So I think it'll be very helpful, and it'll be fun to see what's going on.
All right, last question for you is just give me a breakout player on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, and tell us why. Someone you think is going to have a big year on both sides of the ball.
Can I say me?
Sure.
Sure.
I think I've grown a lot since last year with my technique and with some coaches that came back from college to help us. And defensive wise, I think I've grown a lot too with moves and pass rush moves. So I think I say me on this.
Outstanding. All right, well, good luck to you this fall. Let's go over to Trent. Trent, for the folks at home, introduce yourself, name, grade, and what positions you're going to play this year.
Yeah, I'm Trent Taylor. I'm a senior. I'm going to play tight end and D-line this year.
Trent, coming in first, I want to talk wrestling with you. You made it out to the state tournament last year. And how does wrestling complement football, and how does football complement wrestling?
Yeah, I mean, they go hand in hand with each other. They're great. Wrestling, I get in the best shape I've ever been in. And then football, I come in good shape, and it just keeps feeding off of each other every year.
And then now let's talk tight end. How are you going to be used this year? Mostly as a blocker? You in some pass routes? Coach talked about a special play. We don't want to mention too much about that, but what's your role this year?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a hammer at quarterback?
It's just going to be a little bit of everything, whatever the situation needs to be, and I'm ready for whatever.
How different do you see this year's offense? You've got two quarterbacks that are going to bring something different to the field each time they're on the field. You've got some great wideouts, some great running backs, big guys up front. How different is this offense compared to last year?
It's the same one. We want to score every play, so I think we have the offense that can do it, and we're ready for it.
Now let's flip you over to the defensive end position. We talked to one of your linemen already. Who's the toughest guy in practice to go up against, and why?
It's the whole defense right now because Nedzwicki knows his stuff, so he's giving us the best look possible. But we got a lot of young guys that step up. Mason Bilicic, he's a young guy, super strong, gives all our linemen a very good rep every time he's against them. But everybody's stepping up. That's our scout team at a small school. Everybody plays it.
A lot of new faces in that defensive starting 11. What are you doing as a leader to provide some mentorship to those guys to make sure they're doing the right things in practice to prepare for the games?
Yeah, it's every year. It's rally to the ball, and I think they've got that message down. It's just built in their mind is 11 guys got to be at the ball every time.
What has to happen for Perry to have the success they're looking for this season?
Yeah, just stop the run, and I know the guys behind us will get the job done with the ball in the air.
All right, now you give me your breakout players, one on offense, one on defense, and tell us why.
Yeah, on defense, I have Carter Crowfoot. He's a young guy, super stout. He's ready to play. He was a little green in our scrimmages we've had, but he's starting to figure it out. So I have him on defense. I got Greg Meckenbauer on offense. He's been very consistent the past couple of years, and he's bound for a breakout year on the outside.
Outstanding. Good luck to you this fall. Let's go over to McCoy. McCoy, for the folks at home, introduce yourself. Name, grade, and positions.
I'm McCoy Richards. I'm a senior, and I'll play quarterback and safety.
All right, let's talk about safety first. But, a lot of new faces in that defensive lineup. What have you done to kind of step into that role and provide some leadership for the younger guys?
I just I'm kind of new to safety, so I'm following the starters. But I try and teach the young guys footwork and stuff.
How intense has camp been? You've got a lot, everyone on defense has to be hungry to step up and show out on a Friday night. How has that changed the intensity in practice?
It's very intense. We're going live a lot. You got to see you can tackle and that stuff.
One of the biggest storylines throughout the area, in the summer and the preseason was the two quarterback battle at Perry. And it sounds like you both are going to get a lot of time under center on Friday nights. What was that competition like, and how did it make you a better player?
It's just like any other thing. You just like try and be the best you possibly can, both just doing whatever, weight room, football, classroom, just being best as possible.
What's going to be different about this offense this season? And don't give away any secrets or anything like that, but how different can we expect to see this Perry lineup on Friday nights?
Should be pretty similar, but maybe some more runs.
More runs. All right. Are you the runner or the thrower?
Both.
I like it. All right. What position do you like better, quarterback or safety?
Definitely quarterback.
All right. And give me your breakout players, one on offense, one on defense, and tell us why.
I think offensively it'll be Brody Petro. He's always been overlooked by our skill positions, having superstars. So it'll be his turn to step up. And then defense, I'm thinking Michael Niedzwicki. Same reason he's been behind Owen McCoon, so he knows the best. And then his dad's the defensive coordinator, so he knows stuff.
All right. Well, good luck to you this fall. Coach, back to you. We talked a little bit about the offense, a little bit about the defense. What's it going to take for you to be satisfied with what the team accomplishes this season?
Honestly, I just think our effort, and if we get better every day. There are so many things that you can't control in football and life in general. Do you take care of the things that you can't control? And I think if we just continuously get better, and we continue to work. I think one of the things that I've been most impressed with in my short time here at Perry is our kids show up and work every single day. There are a few that you have to poke and prod, but for the most part, our guys just show up, and I love that about them, and I love how hard they work. And I think these three here are kind of a testament to that, right? Like Trent came in, prodigies is probably the wrong word to use, but we all knew what we were going to get out of Trent. Right, we looked at him as a freshman. Hey, can he start now? What can he do? And sophomore, junior year, obviously a big time player for us. But Brady said it really well. Brady's a 4-year guy, so it's his senior year, and he's going to be a starter this year. But it's not because he can't play football. He was behind 2 All-State tackles. McCoy was behind 2 Division I athletes at quarterback. So. One of the things that's been invaluable, and me and McCoy have talked about this offseason, are those 3 years of playing freshman in JV where you may not have the world's greatest offensive line in front of you at times, or you may have wideouts forgetting what they're supposed to do. So you have to ad-lib, and he's just so calm and so smooth back there. I think if our guys continue to show up and work and learn from the past and get better every day, we're going to have a successful season. Unfortunately, like all sports, you get judged by the scoreboard. And at the end of the day, I think that's actually the worst judge of if you're a success or not. That's how we'll judge it internally. Obviously wanted to beat Glenville last year. I wasn't mad at any of our players that we didn't beat Glenville last year. Our players did everything that we asked them to do. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So for us to have a successful year, we just got to get better every day.
Outstanding. All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate you and the guys taking some time out of the day to preview the season. I wish you the best of luck this fall, and we'll see you in Week 3 on CVC TV.
Sounds good. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.